Louis Hine is a highly recognized American photographer and sociologist who has been labeled as a key instrument in changing the child labor laws in the United States. His work began as a teacher when he taught using photographs as a different method for children to learn. His work as a photographer for social reform started in 1907 when he accepted a position as a staff photographer for the Russell Sage Foundation in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A year later, in 1908, he began taking photos for the National Child Labor Committee. From there, Hines went on to capture and document child labor throughout America. Hines's work was very risky. Child labor was meant to be kept out of the public eye and not photographed, so Hines faced many obstacles in capturing the images that he did. This first image from the early 1900s features a 10-year-old girl. She is a spinner in North Carolina, admiring the outside world in between her job. Many young girls and boys were employed as spinners at the time. This little girl from Augusta, Georgia, worked in the Globe Cotton Mill and had been regularly employed for over a year already before this photograph was taken. Hines's images communicate the innocence of these children by highlighting their faces. However, he also shows how that innocence is being stripped of them in these dangerous settings that they are forced to work in. I really enjoy this photograph of the two young boys climbing up on the spinning frame to mend the broken threads because it highlights how young they are. This photo was taken in Macon, Georgia in 1909, and these boys were so small that they needed to climb on the machinery to properly operate it. Many times, children were subjected to the mills after school was not a right fit for them. This photo shows Charlie Foster, a 10-year-old from Huntsville, Alabama, working in the Merrimack Mill. Hines spoke to his father, who said that Charlie cannot read, so he holds a steady job at the mill. Charlie looks so young and should look so carefree. Hines captures most of his images straight on to depict every aspect that the public needs to see. Hines went on to capture images of industry workers into the 1930s. He did work for the American Red Cross and documented the building of the Empire State Building. I chose to highlight Louis Hine for this project because he captured images of children in a time where they were supposed to be enjoying their childhood and running around and smiling and being carefree. However, they were being subjected to adulthood far too early. His images capture the essence of what child labor was like in this country and why something drastic needed to occur. Not only are his images aesthetically pleasing to look at and attempt to understand, but they reflect a critical time in America that many people today are totally unaware of.